So today we are going to see how to load data into a relational database or even read from database, and what are all the configurations that need to be configured. So by default, so basically when we execute any, like let's suppose if our installation Informatica service installation is on Windows, so we need to configure DSNs. So that DSN has to be done in ODBC. So there are two types of ODBCs, 32 and 64 bit. So we need to configure in both the things, both the places. If you ask me why, our Informatica clients are 32 bit. However, server is 64 bit. As in Informatica, let's suppose I'll give you basic example. So when I create driver here, so let's suppose I'll try to configure an Oracle based driver since we have Oracle connectivity. So I'll use Infa ORCL. My host name, let me try localhost 1521. You give ORCL, we'll see. We know that it might even take some extra things, but let's see. My username I can give inf domain just for testing purpose, and then inf domain to see if it is connecting. Yeah, connection established, so which is fine. So we can use this one. So now when I click on apply and OK, so I got this Infa ORCL available. So let's suppose if I try to now if I try to import the source, the, whatever I have created, that will not be displayed here, because like I was mentioning few minutes back, these are this is a client, Power Center client, so it requires 32-bit thing. However, when Informatica need to run, we need to create a 64-bit ODBC driver, as in when we are configuring the same DSN related details in Workflow Manager. So there are two places we need to configure these DSNs. So one is in ODBC 32 to support importing metadata. So what I'll do is I'll try to create the same thing in ODBC 32. So these are Informatica specified drivers. Alternatively, yeah, we can even create Oracle drivers if they do exist. Uh, data director Informatica based drivers. Let me see Microsoft ODBC for Oracle. So this is okay, not supported though. Okay, anyways, I'll go ahead with Informatica wire protocol for Oracle. Click on finish. This is ODBC 32. So which means I can give a same name as long as the drivers are different, it can basically resolve the name. Infa ORCL. So again, I can give localhost. See, localhost, because my database is residing in the same machine, I can specify localhost, but it need not necessarily be same, or all the setups may not necessarily have the database installed on same machine. So in that case, you need to specify the database host name, database SID or service name. So again, I'm specifying inf domain, and then I can provide the details also. So connection established. I can click on apply. Okay. So those same name, because the driver's platform is 32 and 64, it is capable of creating with same name. Now, if I try to use sources import from database, I will see that listing. See, I infa underscore ORCL. So which means unless you specify 32-bit related, or as in unless we configure that in ODBC 32, we will not see this drop down corresponding to the DSN whatever we have created. And now, as long as we have access, so if your question is, okay, can I connect only to inf domain? No, as long as we are connected to the same database, we can access any user information. We can connect, and then we will be listed with the list of tables in that specific installation or a specific schema, my word. So in this case, I will use inf pwc is my repository connection. So in this case, I can basically connect to inf pwc and then retrieve the corresponding metadata from that inf pwc also. So inf pwc may be having DBA access, so it is capable of retrieving all schemas. The inf pwc, yeah, there we have the tables within NPWC. So right now, since we did not create much of the things, so NPWC is not having the complete list. So in the same way, these are different views which were existing. So let us see if there is any specific any other user which we have. Let me see HR tables. Yeah, we got some tables in HR. So I can actually use this HR to, let's suppose I'll try to get information for countries. So now I can retrieve the metadata present in countries. So we logged in with inf PWC. It doesn't mean the tables will be restricted to inf PWC. We can retrieve the data corresponding to some other schema also. So username and password. So so probably what I'll use is inf PWC again. Owner name is HR. So yeah, I am able to retrieve data. So these are different countries. Now we can build a mapping to load the data. So I'll take a common requirement, as in we have data in one schema, and then probably we need to load the data into another schema from HR schema. In frankly speaking, in other words, from HR schema, we want to load it into a different schema. So let me try to identify which schema I can make use of. So we can use a test user. So test user is currently having DEP employee. We can load the country's data into the test user. So before creating a mapping, another important configuration is we need to configure our connection to be used in the Informatica session. So for that, we need to come to Informatica Workflow Manager. So whatever ODBC we have created, that will be capable of importing only metadata into the designer for source or target. Now, in order to create, like use the connection while Informatica workflow is running, so we need to use connections in the workflow manager. And so we have Oracle based connections. I can go with ODBC. So in this case, new connection. Usually these are something which will be created by Informatica admin, but in case you are the admin, then you can use this also. So username and password we can give. So my username, so there are two things, right? Okay. Maybe I'll give info_rcl underscore inf PWC user I am using. So in PWC PWC. So this is again 64-bit thing. Now another important thing is code page. Code page you can configure here, and we need to specify the DSN which we have created for this in ODBC 64. ODBC 64. Whatever we have created, we have to use that. So this will be my source connection to connect to HR database. Intentionally, I have not given HR user because we need to understand how to retrieve data from a different user. I'll create another connection which is my target. So in this case, I will specify test user. So where is like which is my straightforward target schema. So this is my connection string which I have used to create a DSN. So DSN name nothing but. So I will click on OK. Perfect. So I have a source. I have a target connection. So now let's connect a mapping, create a mapping. So before that, this table should be created. So Informatica will not create the table directly. So what I'll do is create. Before that, let me connect with this. So that is something which is present in HR. So what I can do is I'll just get the definition from HR database. So from users, HR tables. So we are trying to load countries. They would have had some primary keys, but I am not bothered. I'll just load without any referential integrity constraints or anything as such. It's a plain table with the corresponding columns. It's generating, yeah, perfect. So it had some constraints on referential constraint, but I don't want to use them. So I'm just picking the table definition. I'm going to eliminate because why I'm kind of deleting is I don't have, I can create a primary key constraint, so that is fine, but I don't have a region table as in regions table, so I cannot enable that thing. So otherwise, yeah. So till this part we can create. So my table got created. So I can import the definition same again using target. So this is my target. Since the target is my nothing but my test user. So I'll use import database. Same DSN. So here I'll use. So if you use appropriate username, so that will help to even restrict the number of entries uh, which are getting displayed. So in this case, since I am using test, I am only seeing 3 entries. If at all, if I am using something else, I might end up seeing the complete details. So in employee, so okay, I'm trying to load countries data. I'm trying to select that and click on OK so that my target is inserted. So now I will try to create a mapping. So which will read the data. So yeah, I'll give m underscore something like stg countries. So I am creating a mapping. So other way of creating is we can create our own definition. So as in so sources, we can create our own. So we click on create, then we change the type of the database. So here we can use our own database type. So if it is flat file, probably the best example is flat file when we don't have a definition. I'll pick flat file, ff underscore sample. So in this case, so this pop as in this window will be shown up. So we can change whether it is delimited or fixed width, and also the separator. So after that, we will add a column. We specify the name, data type, and length. So we will go on adding depending on the number of columns present in the flat file. Similar way we can create. So let's suppose now it is my Oracle table. So so either you do it there or here also we can change it. So as soon as I change it to Oracle, my table name I need to change. My table is something like PMP. Probably I'll give employee. Database name is, what is my info underscore ORCL. Probably, yeah, let me cancel this. So database name is used to store here. So yeah, I can use info underscore ORCL. So Oracle, my table name is employee info underscore ORCL. I can specify the columns now. PMPID, integer, number, apply OK. Now when I save this one, I will see the corresponding employee here. So this is another way of creating a source or target definition, using if it is source definition, source, and then create. And if it is target definition, click on the target designer and then targets and then create. Same way. Only thing is when we choose source analyzer, it will display only sources. Similar way, when we choose target designer, it will choose targets. It will show us targets in the menu. When we click on mapping designer, it will show the information or the details regarding mappings. We will not see anything regards to source or targets. So now let's try to create this source which can read the data from HR database, then load it into my target, which is countries again, but it is present in my test schema. So yeah, so we got the mapping created, plain mapping. Just read the data from one source, load it into another target present in a different schema. So I'll create connection. So it is countries. So my source is PwC, which can read from HR. Target is test. So I'm choosing test. So sources. So my owner name, here I need to specify owner name because PwC user corresponds to username in PwC, but that was not the owner for this table. Owner for this table is HR. So I need to provide HR. So which means it tries to access the data from HR. It will not, if you don't specify that HR, so it will try to access the table directly from inf PwC. However, the table does not exist. So whenever table is present in different schema, from the schema what we are using to connect, specify the schema name in which the table is present. In this case, my target is present in the same schema, test only. My connection name is also test. Connection, not only name, the username used in the connection is same as the schema where I want to load. So in this case, I need not specify the target name prefix. Prefix is nothing but owner name. So now let me run this and see how what happens. So it pops up a monitor. Okay, it's running, succeeded, perfect. Now let's see what is actually happening behind the scenes. So now if we see the data, so first of all, so 25 rows present. Let me try to query it on test user, select star from countries. Yeah, I am able to see. Let me try to select hr.countries and see what happens. Same thing. I am able to access. Why? Because, but I can do one thing. What I can do is, so this particular thing is accessible because the user with which we are using is having DBA access. So the records are accessible, that objects are accessible from everywhere. However, the difference comes is if I am using hr.countries, that data is being displayed from countries. I'll give the best example. What I'll do is in countries, I'll try to delete all the data and then commit it. 21 records got loaded, 21 records got deleted. Now when I try to do select star from countries, I'll not see anything. However, if I give hr.countries, it shows me the data. So this is what happens. So now again, if I run this session, once that is done, I will be able to see the data. So this got succeeded. So without the alias itself, because I loaded the data from hr.countries to countries in test, yeah, it got loaded. So behind the scenes, what I was mentioning previously is when we gave the prefix HR, it tries to query the table with HR dot. If you see here, HR dot countries, though we are connecting from inf PWC user, it is not using the prefix inf PWC, it is using HR dot countries. That's how we are able to read the data. So no matter, so based on the prefix it goes, no matter, though the table exists in the same user, based on the prefix it goes to the corresponding user. So this is with respect to source or target things. So two things are, we will discuss more on the different scenarios what we can do when we are doing loads and stuff. So when we are doing different scenarios, we can see as in without update strategy how we can perform insert as well as update, and with update strategy, those things we can discuss later. However, on a high level, yeah, how to import source definition, how to import target definition, how to configure ODBC, ODBC DSNs, so 32-bit DSN for configuring or for like to make sure the definitions can get imported into the designer, uh, either source or target, and how to configure ODBC 64, which is being basically used by workflow manager connections. And another thing is when we have got the table, the whole agenda is if you don't have access. So let's suppose I connected with schema inf PWC, but inf PWC does not have a select access on hr.countries, then it workflow will fail. So the prerequisite is the table, whatever user with which we are using, it should have a select access on that table. And most probably another prerequisite is the table should exist in same service or SID of Oracle. If it present in a different database SID or different SID, we need to create something called DB links. DB link is nothing but a soft link which can basically allows us to access data from different SID or different database. So this is with respect to database in short. So now we can see how to